Hey, thanks for jumping on to this live. See, we've got, I don't know how to say your name, Manu Thakurella. Says, good bodybuilder. Thanks for jumping on, doing this live this morning. Or I guess it's afternoon now, getting a little bit of a late start. This is day 71, post spine surgery, still recovering. This workout's gonna be focusing on pulling exercises. I'm gonna give my pull-ups a shot again. Used to, at one point, be able to do 15 pull-ups, but then I had my neck injury, had my surgery. Now I can only do 0. So I'm gonna be working on that. But before that, I've got a cool new piece of equipment I bought yesterday. It's a multi-grip Olympic barbell. I'm gonna give that a shot. But looks like I've got some comments. It says, good bodybuilder, where are you from? What do you do? I'm from Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. What do I do? I'm a dad with 5 kids, married to a hot-tempered, spicy Latina, work in the security profession, and I love fitness. I was a pro wrestler for a number of years, and so fitness has kind of become my thing. We got someone else joining, Dahanje Yadav says, hi, hey, how's it going? Thanks for jumping on. So today, we're gonna be working on some pulling exercises. I'm gonna try to work on my pull-up. James Sand, Chris says, hi, hey, thanks for jumping on. Guys, if y'all haven't hit the like button, please do, that helps me out. But I'm gonna be doing some pulling exercises. I'm day 71, post-spine surgery, still recovering, and trying to get to a point where I can get back to where I was. So I've got some atrophy on the right side of my body. At an angle, you can see this part of my chest is smaller than this side. It's hard to tell the arms. My right arm is smaller than my left by about an inch, inch and a half. So I'm trying to build that back up. So today, you're gonna see me going through just testing out this new piece of equipment I have, my multi-grip Olympic barbell, doing a workout. My son, my boy, one of my kids is gonna join me. And so we'll be doing some exercises. So in between sets, then I'm happy to get on here and talk to you guys and kind of give you some updates. So we got some more questions coming in. Where did you wrestle? Well, it depends. I started back whenever I was 16, wrestled for about 7 years, primarily around DFW, Louisiana, did some stuff in Oklahoma, Arkansas. Then I took about a 15-year break, came back, and only just wrestled in DFW locally. I had no aspirations by that point to make it big, just was having some fun. Someone says, can you flex? I want to have a role model. Yeah, I'll flex for you, but problem is this stuff is not as developed as it used to be. So there's where I'm at now. But I've got some work to do. Like I said, this side's a lot smaller because of the injury, because of the spine injury. Hello, I miss my mom, says Deccan Somo. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with your mom. Call her, maybe? I don't know. Is she available? And then someone says, nice, appreciate that. Hey guys, hit the like button. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the feedback. Something to help get this channel blowing up. It's something that's my wife and I are pursuing. Hit the like button. That gives us some help. You can see my boy in the back. He's about to work out. Son, if you haven't already warmed up your joints, go ahead and start stretching those out, okay? I already did that. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna reposition this and set up my new toy here that I bought yesterday. We got Jacqueline Kinsaga says, hi, how's it going? Yesterday I bought something. This is a multi-grip Olympic barbell. The reason I got that is because after my spine surgery, I atrophied on one side, and I've been trying to build that part of the chest back up. Problem is, anytime I do a bench press with a standard Olympic bar, this chest is, the muscle's asleep essentially. And so it's not activating the way it needs to be able to press that barbell back up. And instead, my shoulder keeps trying to take the work, or my tricep keeps trying to take the work, which is fine back here because I'm trying to build this back up to match the other. So the Olympic standard, what it's gonna do, it's gonna allow me to put my grip in a neutral position. So I already did pressing exercises yesterday, but I really wanna kinda try this thing out. So I'm gonna start there, and then we're gonna go ahead and see how my pull-up progress has been. Pull-ups, back when I was fresh, prior to my injury, I could hit 15 in a row. Now I can't even do any, so we're gonna see what I can do. What about a workout to grow your hair bald af? Oh, you're a funny guy. Yeah, whatever, dude. Listen, go troll somebody else, okay? Best GM in all of pro wrestling. Yeah. I like that. Thanks, appreciate that. Hope you had a good time at that show last night. In case you guys don't know what that is referencing, it's part of an indie show last night. I play the GM role now, and apparently it was well received, so appreciate that. All right. Let's try this. Good. Okay, that fits. That's what I was hoping for. Someone else said, wow. Okay. Take that as a compliment. Thank you. Got a bunch of you guys jumping in and out of here. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. So I'm going to go ahead and give this new multi-grip Olympic barbell a shot. I've never used one of these before, but the neutral grip should allow me to just target the chest and kind of take the weight off of the shoulder. The shoulder keeps trying to take it over. Give me 1 sec, we'll get going. What are you going to work on, kid? What are you thinking?
I'm just going to go outside.
Go outside?
Yeah, we're going to run.
Go ahead. Just don't go through there because you got the heat trapped in here. Go through the front door and do that. How far are you running?
I'm going around that.
I'm
going around the mile.
What?
I'm doing a mile.
Okay, go ahead, man. You take your phone?
Oh, no, it's charging. It's like 12%.
All right, just come back after your mouse. I know you're good, okay?
I'm going to do biceps.
After you're running before?
Before.
Okay. You could use that barbell. So do a combo so you can hit all parts of your bicep. Do a close grip, standard grip, and then wide grip.
What's that like?
That'll work your fitness. Yeah.
Oh.
I got the live one.
Good buy some headphones.
Yeah.
So how do
You can turn that off. Okay, so I did not put any weight on that multi-grip Olympic barbell. I was just giving it a shot. Feels really good. What's kind of nice about this is because of the way the grip is designed, keeps my arms or my wrists in a neutral position, but also allows me to squeeze that barbell together, which is really kind of targeting the activation here that I'm missing. If you're just now jumping on, targeting this part of the muscle is sleeping, for a lack of better terms. After my neck surgery, I had a couple different muscles kind of fall asleep on me, so to say, and they've lost their size. I'm trying to reactivate them. So this allows me to squeeze those handles together on the multi-grip, and it kind of allows me to flex this part of my upper chest, which has been missing for a while. So it was good. Got a couple comments let me respond to, and then I'm gonna put some weight on and go again. So we got someone who says, yo, with a bunch of O's. How's it going?
Hello.
Thanks for jumping on. See, Layla says, you strong person. Thanks, appreciate it. Not as strong as I was before, but I'm working on it. Ryan Eden, I watch all your shorts and all your stuff. To be real, man, you're looking like Buff the Stuff. And just to let you know, the Emperor of Cancellation be running the show. This is HBO. Thanks, man. All right, strong person guy, says Layla. Okay, yeah, okay. You have girl. I do. I have 2 girls, actually. I've got 2 daughters and 3 sons. Got the boy with me here. He's working out. Let me show you guys. He's doing some barbell curls, different angles, different grips. And then he plans to get out there and run a mile, he says. It's kind of chilly out, so better him than me. Let me load up some pounds on this multi-grip. I'm gonna put, this thing weighs between 45 and 50 pounds. I'm gonna put 25 on each side, so that puts me at about 9,500 pounds. Huh?
This is my
Yeah, about shoulder length. That's normal. Yeah, you're good there.
This is like forearms though.
Huh?
This is like forearms.
A little bit. Yeah. Keep your shoulders back.
I'm gonna take a shower when I come back.
Huh?
I'll take a shower when I come back.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me answer a question and I'll get back on this next set. It says Manu Corella 9, if I said that right. Sorry if I missed it. Is this gym at your home, bro? Yeah, it is. It took me 15 years to build this thing, but I've essentially got piece after piece after piece. So yeah, it is my home gym. This is the newest piece of equipment I got. Multi-grip Olympic barbell. I'll tell you what, I'm already loving it. The fact that I can feel the squeeze when I'm pressing up. I've got it on an incline press because I'm targeting this muscle that I need to wake back up after my injury. I'm already liking it. So now I've got 100 pounds on it, clipped in. Let's go ahead and do another set.
100 pounds?
That's like 9,500 pounds, yeah.
I thought you kept it doing more.
Well, I can now as long as I'm supported and the bench is supporting my spine, so we're good. This feels good on my shoulders.
I can do. I can do. Target. Same difference.
Okay, man, I am loving that piece of equipment. I'm wishing I would have bought one of those years ago. I dislocated my shoulder about 6 years ago. I almost said 6, 7, but I knew it was going to happen if I said 6, 7 with my boy in the back. 6, 7 years ago, I dislocated my shoulder, and I've always kind of felt the clicking in my right shoulder with that barbell, with the standard barbell. This one though, so I'm writing down my reps. This one though is this is a game changer. That press feels really, really good. No discomfort anywhere. I wish I would have bought that a lot sooner. Put me out about $175, but I like it already. All right, let's catch up on some comments. I'll do another round. We got who is this? Roscoe Chicken and Waffles says, yo, thanks for jumping on. Roscoe, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. And then we got Ryan Eden says, hey, you should set up a voice to text so that way it speaks your chat. You can either hear it and reply and not stop what oh, hey, that's a good, is that something I can do in the live? Sorry guys, live is something I'm kind of new to. If I can set that up, that would be helpful. And then Layla says, I'm back, me left, and me come back. Well, welcome back. If you haven't hit that like button, Lila, please do. All right, we're gonna do another set. We're not gonna go heavy here. I already did my push exercises, my chest exercises yesterday, but I really wanted to try out this new barbell. So just doing a little bit to play with this, and then we're gonna see how I've progressed on pull-ups. I'm trying to work to get those pull-ups back. You good? Good. Yeah.
If I didn't do this, guys, work with arms.
It will, but it also put a lot of strain on your tendon. All right, I got 10 more of those. That, man, I tell you what, that barbell, that multi-grip, I'm liking it. It feels really good. Feels really good. So part for me to be able to get my right pec engaged again, I've got to be able to safely load. So that's going to help me do it and take the work off of the shoulders by not having to use a standard barbell. So that feels good. I'm loving that. I think I'm gonna hit one more set, and then we're gonna move on to try to do pull-ups. Huh? Okay, you're gonna be embarrassed, but you'll see it. Feels really good. Let's see, we're got a hard workout. Says, where are you from, sir? I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth. Born and bred, been here all my life. Actually grew up about 45 minutes south of Fort Worth. But what you're looking at here is you're looking at me try to recover from my spine surgery. I had about 70, around day 71. So that's what I've been working on, get rid of my atrophy issues. While I'm taking a break, I think we got a fun game we can play. My wife wanted to go shopping. I did not want to go shopping. I hate doing shopping. But she went without me while I'm working out, which could be dangerous because it means she's going to spend money and I'm not there to control that. So a fun game, and I'll give the results tonight on one of my shorts is, how much money do we think she'll spend while she's shopping and I'm left here at home?
The most she spent like 230.
The most she spent is 230?
I've seen it.
Yikes. Let's hope we don't have a repeat of that. Otherwise, I'll be selling this multi-grip. I'm just kidding. All right, one more set. We're at 95 pounds, 95, 100. This Olympic multi-grip weighs somewhere between 45 and 50 by itself. And then I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna keep working chest. That's actually should be saved for tomorrow. I just really wanted to play with this. So one more time. Where'd you go? Huh? Feel the right side losing it. Yeah, the right side is struggling to keep up. Yeah, the right side, which is the side that has atrophied since surgery, was really starting to slow down on me there. But that's enough just to get a feel for it and determine whether I like this thing or not, which I do. All right. See what comments we got here from Nalan Kamal. DICB. I don't know what that means. You may have to clarify. Hoping it's not something inappropriate. If we get trolls on here, just get lost. Hopefully that's not you. And then we got Live Sam, light work. Yep. Should be light work. It's not though, unfortunately, because of my need to rebuild. But thanks, man. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and set up my squat rack so that I can attempt to pull up. If you're just now joining, if you haven't seen any of my other lives, if you haven't watched any of my other shorts, at one point in time, before my injury, before my surgery, I could do 15 pull-ups in a row, which, I don't know, maybe some of you guys think 15 is not that much for me. It's been always the hardest exercise that I could do. So I'm happy with 15. I feel like that's accomplished. I feel like I've got a pretty well-developed back, which comes as a result of practicing those pull-ups for a long time. So 15, welcome buddy. Hey, thanks Live Sam. Yeah, 15 is good for me, but ever since the surgery, I can do 0 now. I can't even do 1 pull-up. So I'm trying to work back up to that. The goal is to get back to 15. So it will take some time, but I will be happy if I can just get one. So set it up. So you got 12 of you guys watching. Really appreciate you guys jumping on. If you have not hit the like button, please do that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All that stuff helps us out. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy making the shorts and the videos and everything. If you haven't seen those, please do. Watch some of the long form videos. Those I got some funny ones in there that maybe you guys will like. And I'd love to hear feedback on stuff you want to see. I know I've got a buddy of mine who's kind of become like my YouTube best friend, Tim Brennan. I don't know if he watches these, but he asked me to do a tour of my home gym. And so we will be doing that at some point too. I just got to clean it up a little bit, you know. And then Live Sam says, yeah, sure, I'll watch. Hey, thanks, appreciate it. There's some funny stuff on there. There's some serious stuff on there. Oh, a little bit of everything. But you'll get the updates to how I've been doing while I have been rehabbing. You'll get some just family man advice. I'm a man of 5 kids, and I got a spicy Latina wife, and I work in the security profession at a high level, very busy, but I always find time to work out. That's a passion of mine. What'd you say?
I commented.
You commented? What'd you say? Just now?
You got this.
That's you? Apparently, my son is on the live, and he's commenting too. So Sophie Baby says, hi from Waco, Texas. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for watching. All right, let's see how we do. Trying to get 1 pull-up at least. Used to be able to do 15. Injured my neck, had my surgery. Finally am at the point where restrictions have been lifted, so I'm allowed to try these. And I just want to be able to hit 1. I've not been able to hit any, so let me dry my hands really well. One thing I've been wanting to look at is liquid chalk. I've never used liquid chalk. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar. If you've used liquid chalk or have recommendations, please throw it in the chat there. I'd love to hear it. But hands are dry. Let's see if I can just do 1 pull-up. Nope. Almost. Very, very close, but nope. Was not able to get the 1. I don't, if you could tell, I don't know if the angle was helpful, but that right side is really lagging behind. See, we got Live Sam saying, you're back, buddy. Let's go. Yeehaw. And then 1 pull-up at a day. All right, and then we got Be Polite says, I can do 12 pull-ups. Hey, that's impressive. 12 is good. You know, it's something, I've been working out for 20 plus years. I remember one time I went to the gym after about, I don't know, 7, 8 years of working out. I went to the gym. Okay, buddy. I went to the gym with a friend of mine, and, you know, he said, hey, let's warm up with pull-ups. And I thought, geez, that could be dangerous. I don't know how many I can do at that point in time. And so let me just go ahead and write something down real quick. 1. And so he started off and he repped out like 20, 25 pull-ups. And when I went, I could barely do like 2 or 3. So that was kind of the catalyst for me going, you know, I got to work on this exercise. And obviously worked on it, got to where I could do 15 when I'm fresh. But now, because of my injury, I can do 0. And as you just saw, I got real close to getting 1, but I wasn't able to. But I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to try to see if I can knock out 1 more. So see what this comment is. Be Polite says, I'm thin. That's why maybe. Be Polite, how much you weigh? I weigh 240 pounds, so I'm trying to pull a lot of weight, that's for sure. But curious how much you weigh. 12 is still impressive. I mean, if you can pull your body weight 12 times, I mean, even if you weigh 150 pounds, like that's something to be proud of. Let's try 1 more. Let me dry my hands. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Let's see, I've got Mangle. Looks like some Chinese characters. Sorry, I do not know what that says, but it is. If those are Chinese characters, that's interesting, because yesterday's live, my daughter was in here and wanted to do gymnastics for anybody that was watching from China. So if you're from China, that's funny. All right, and then someone said Johnny Sims. Oh, geez. Okay, heard that before. Not me, not the same guy. I'd like to believe that I have a more respectable profession. Let's try one more pull-up. Hey, there it is. Got one. Got one. Johnny Sims plus Dwayne Johnson. Well, I'm okay with one of those comparisons, not the other one necessarily, but that's funny. I've heard both comparisons. I've also heard Goldberg. I've heard Dave Batista. I feel like there's one more I'm thinking of. Can't remember. All right, what do we see? We saw Wed FTU. I don't know what that emoji means. I'm a boomer, as my kids say, so you have to tell me what that one means. Someone gave me the applause. Thank you for that. Got it. I said it's one pull-up at a day. Nice. All right. I'm excited. I got one pull-up. That's great. So it shows me that some of the work I've been doing to build up to it is working. I've been doing Australian pull-ups. That certainly have to have helped. Been doing some lat pull-downs. Been working on the rear delts. So that's great. And then Be Polite says, nice clean pull-up. Yeah, no, I felt really good about that. The right side was lagging a little bit, but got the job done. And the more I can do that, the better we're going to get. So Rod One says, you're fire. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. We're going to go for another one. So first attempt, got close, but didn't get it. Second attempt, I'm going to be honest with you. I had a little bit of pissed off inside of me because I couldn't get it and I really wanted to. And I guess that was the extra little bit of gas on the fire I needed. So I'm going to try one more here. Let's see if we can do it. All right, dry the hands. You guys have any questions? You know, how I got injured, how I've recovered, what it's been like, what the pain was like, how wonderful my beautiful wife was for taking care of me. I got a good story after this pull-up I'll share there. It just showed me how much she really loved me. But if you got any questions, things you want me to answer, what it's like being a dad with a lot of kids, finding time to work out, what my diet's like, anything, let me know. Oh. Hey, there we go. One more. Something's fired in there. That's good. There's some muscle memory that I can feel that's connecting. So obviously the nerve damage that I had from my spine injury and then the surgery that followed, the nerves being pinched or crushed or whatever made it to where some of my muscles just went to sleep. I've been having trouble feeling what I need to feel to get some of these done, but perhaps continuing to try to work at this, now that's helping me re-feel or activate a muscle that wasn't activating on those pull-ups. So I feel good about that. And then we got E. Rahul says, hi, take out your inner beast. Yeah, amen to that. I think I just did. Be Polite says, awesome, thank you. Red One says, go back to your cow temple, Rahul. I guess you guys are getting on each other. I don't know what that means, but okay. And then Sigma Male. All right, thank you. Yeah, the story I wanted to share while I'm taking a break between this next pull-up I'm going to attempt. When I knew my wife really loved me, and I already knew, I'm kind of being a little dramatic here, but when I knew my wife really loved me is I had had the surgery, I was recovering, I could barely move my neck, I couldn't bend, I had trouble leaning, like everything was very robotic and stiff and uncomfortable. I had to go to the bathroom for the first time. I'm talking, we got, number 2. And after I was done, I thought, how am I going to clean myself? I feel like I'm not going to be able to do this well. And I heard her outside the door, knocking on the door, said, hey, babe, do you need some help? She was willing to come in and clean me up. That's love right there. Like if someone is willing to do that for you, you've got a good woman. And that was her. So good stuff. All right, E. Rahul says, Radwan, either you are cancer or tumor. Okay, you guys are trolling each other, I guess. Hey, if you're joining and you haven't hit the like button, please do. We've got, let's see, this is going to be the 4th attempt on a pull-up. The first time I couldn't get it. Second time, had a little bit of pissed off inside of me, and I was able to pull out one. Second time, pulled out one. So I can feel something has engaged. Whichever muscle was asleep and making it difficult for me to get these, it's now engaging, which is great. So I feel like maybe I'm going to be able to pull out another one here. So I'm going to give it a shot. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Leave a comment, question, whatever. Jeez. There we go. Nice. I got another one. I'm happy with that. I feel really good about that. Guys, this is I'm glad I decided to go live today. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I'm glad I did because this was a cool thing to share. Being able to finally knock out a pull-up. I was at physical therapy a few days ago. We tried it for the first time, and it didn't even get close, you know, and I was kind of frustrated and feeling down, wondering how long will it be before I can actually get one. And a few days later, I got one, so the work's been helpful. All right, Rahul says, heavyweight, buddy. Yeah, man, I'm 240 pounds, which actually is 10 pounds heavier than I was before my injury. So not only am I trying to do a pull-up again, I'm trying to do it with an extra 10 pounds. So you're right, heavyweight for me, progressive is good, you're right. Like there's no way I'm just gonna bust out another 15 out of nowhere. I gotta progress up to it. Ryan Eden says, my boy HBO says, would the hot-tempered, spicy Latina approve of you calling her a hot-tempered, spicy Latina on live? To answer your question, yes, she would. And the reason being, she's a very, very jealous, hot-tempered, spicy Latina. So when she knows I get on these lives, she knows there's an opportunity for, you know, another woman from the wild to start sniffing around. But if they know she's dangerous, it's less likely that's going to happen. So yeah, she's cool with it. And then she's out shopping right now, guys. She wanted me to go. She knows I hate shopping. So she said, listen, while you're working out, she said, I'll go shopping. So she's shopping. And the question of the day is, how much money we think she's going to spend while I'm gone? I'm not there to control this. It could get out of hand. She loves shopping. So I'm curious, how much do we think she's going to spend shopping? I'll let you guys know later tonight on a short. And then Rahul's, I'm going to answer your questions while I'm adjusting the bar. We're going to do some Australian Australian pull-ups now. So question from Rahul is injury. How did that happen? Great question. It was a freak accident. I was doing burpees one morning in the gym. If you guys aren't familiar, I typically get up very early in the morning, around 4:15, 4:30 Central Time. And I was doing some burpees to finish off my session, and I felt a tug in my neck. And I thought, man, I just pulled a muscle, didn't think anything of it. Well, after the period of 9 days, it got worse and worse and worse. I went and saw some doctors. They all thought it must be a strained muscle, pulled muscle. But after 9 days, you know, I got to the point I couldn't walk, couldn't lay down, couldn't sit. I was just serious discomfort, some of the worst pain I've ever felt. And went to the emergency room at the recommendation of a pain doctor. And they did the scan and they said, yeah, you've got some issues there. You are going to need emergency surgery. So I got the emergency surgery. Was told that, you know, it'll take probably 6 months to a year to be fully healed. So here I am, day 71, I think it is, and I'm progressing. And so I went from being able to do a lot of this stuff and be able to throw around a lot of weight to now being very limited. I feel like I'm a teenager all over again, lifting for the first time. So, and then we got somebody says, bro, geared up. Yep, I appreciate that. Got Jazzy Jeff says, can you do Hindu push-ups? Not yet. There's too much potential strain on that one, but maybe one day. I can do some regular push-ups. I think the most I've been able to do now is just 10. I went from being able to do 100 in one setting when I'm fresh, back before my injury, and now I can just do like 10. Ryan Eden, we need some information. What is your average shopping spree range without you? Ooh, great question, Ryan. My son, who was just in here a minute ago, he went to go run now. He said he has seen his mother spend $230, which if that's the case, this new little toy I've got, which I'm really excited about, tested it out earlier in the live. It's a multi-grip Olympic barbell. If that's the case, that thing's gonna have to get returned because that's quite a bit of money. I'm just kidding. I don't know if she'll spend that much or not. Sure hope not, but we another thing that we do, we're really, really careful and meticulous with our money. We budget really well. So she would only spend the money if we have it. And we're both very aware of how much we have set aside for things like that. But I still don't like to see big amounts go. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I'm going to guess she'll spend between 100 and 150. That's my guess. I don't know. She has her own set of money from her budget, so if she wants to spend it, she can. It's what it would be there for, but that's my guess. Let's see. Raul says, I'm sorry for your past injury trauma. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Me too. You know, I'm a 40-year-old man. I did not think I'd be breaking my neck at this stage of my life. You know, I figured you have neck injuries when you're older, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and it's changed the way I got to do life. But I'll pivot, I'll adjust, and keep going to this new chapter. You said I'm still jacked. No worries, you're back. That's what matters. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment too. Some days I feel good about the way I look. Some days, I can see the difference in the muscles. They're not symmetrical. It bothers me, but yeah, I'm complaining about something that I think a lot of people would be happy to look like me. So I need to just probably suck it up and stop whining. Luca Sedan says, can you do sit-ups? Well, that's a good question. That's when I'm going to have to ask the PT. I'm concerned about sit-ups because it requires me to put some strain on my neck to keep my head balanced. And so I don't know if I can do that one safely without potentially having an issue. So that's a question I need to mark down and ask the PT. Sengiz says, what are you saying? You're smart. I'm saying a lot of stuff. I'd have to know exactly, specifically what it is you're asking about. Which thing did I say that you need clarification on? I'm happy to try to answer that. Ryan Eden says, does she about $10,000 GM signing bonus? Don't tell her about the signing bonus, okay? That was the thing I was just going to keep quiet. Raul says, you look 30, bro. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Senga says, everything okay? Muse talking trash. Ha. Yeah, everything's okay. I'm just healing up and trying to recover. And then someone says, when did you transition? Okay. You're an idiot. Get lost. Sounds like you're trying to troll. Someone else, Raul says, some people don't have legs. Some people don't have hands, but we have everything. So be grateful if you're lean, bulk, whatever. You're exactly right. Yeah. It's all about perspective. All about perspective. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to hit some more pull-ups, but they're not going to be the standard pull-ups. I'm going to do some Australian pull-ups because that still works some of the same muscles for the regular pull-up, and I need to keep working those so that I can start ripping out more than just one at a time. I'll read one more comment and I'll get started. We've got Lanwu says, well done for everything you have done for the LGBT. Here. Okay. Yeah, whatever, man. Get lost. Find better things to do with your time besides just trying to troll people. But that's how the world is, so whatever. Whoa. All right, Australian pull-ups. I got 12. I feel pretty good with 12, especially since I feel like I just used everything I had to get some of those standard pull-ups. And the fact that I was able to get 3 total. So let me just write down my reps real quick. I got 12, Good, 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 good. Catch up on some comments while I'm resting here. Let's see. Let's see. Lana Wu says, joking. Peace out. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button on your way out if you haven't. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Ryan Eden says, I wish I had a gym partner that could help me just do negative reps, because I heard that really improved you fast, especially with pull-ups. Have someone put you up and then go down as slow as you can. Yeah, you're exactly right, man. Those negative reps, I mean, that's the key. That's where the muscle is built, on those negative reps. And the reason you see, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. I'm gonna try not to though, not too long anyways. The reason you see people going to the gym and feel like they're seeing no progress is because a couple different things. It's multiple different things, but primarily two that I'm gonna speak on. One is ego lifting. They just wanna put in a bunch of weight and feel like they're strong. Honestly, some of the best muscle progress I've gotten is not with big weights. It's more with technique, and it's more with those negative reps. That muscle gets built on the negative reps. So when they get in there, they ego lift, push the weight up as fast as they can, and then they just let it drop down. They push it again, let it drop down. The way you need to look at your moving weight is you push it up, and then you have to envision you're placing the weight back to where it started. So if you're doing a bench press, you push it up, and then you have to envision you're pulling the weight back down to your chest. Don't let gravity do the work for you. If you're doing a bicep curl, curl the weight up, and then you're placing the weight back down towards your thigh, towards your hip. Negative reps though, if you can go slow, that's where the muscle is built. And what's great is you don't have to add a ton of weight, and you can get a lot of benefit out of just, half of the weight that you were trying to ego lift. Not you specifically, Ryan. Right? Not you specifically, Ryan. And I'm not saying you're ego lifting, but you're doing something right. I've seen those arms look pretty good, man. Rahul says, okay, brother, peace out. You're going to achieve it, whatever you want to. And protein food too. You're exactly right. You got to put protein in there. It's a big part of my diet. Thanks for jumping on, Rahul. If you didn't hit the like button on your way out, please do. Really appreciate the comments. So we're going to go into another set of Australian pull-ups. I hit 12 last time. I'd be happy if I could hit another 12. Let's see what we can do. Lucifer says, you look small. Well, that sounds like something discouraging that the dark lord of the underworld would say. So, Satan, thank you for jumping on. At least hit the like button before you go. Appreciate it. All right, 9 reps. I wanted to get closer to that 12, but I can feel the muscles are wearing out. But 9 really good reps, slowly lowering myself back down with each one. Let me write down my number here. All right, what else we got here? Ryden says, Lucifer, you look canceled. Yeah, Lucifer's canceled. Dude, go troll someone else, man. Okay? I do not understand the motivation of the internet to go find somebody that you've never met before and try to say something discouraging, try to say something insulting. Makes zero sense to me. Like, is that really all you can do with your life? Is that the value you have to add to this world? Is to try to say something negative? Get out of here with that. It's ridiculous, man. There's so many things you could do with your life instead of making yourself such a bitter, miserable person that you got to go and try to trash somebody else who you've never met. I don't know you. I have no idea who you are, but I guarantee you, if you saw me in the street, if we walked down a dark alley together, you wouldn't you wouldn't even attempt to say what you said to me. I guarantee it. So listen, coward, get off your keyboard, go do something with your life, okay? All right, we got 2 sets in of Australian pull-ups. First set, 12 reps, I feel good about that. Second set, I got 9 reps, feel good about that. This is on the back of me actually finally being able to do a standard pull-up. I'm really excited about that. Guys, if you didn't know, if you haven't been watching, I'm on day, I think, 71 post-spine surgery, and I've not been able to do a pull-up. And so being able to do that today is really exciting. Today was a day that I can mark off as being a big W, a big win. And then Chris T87U says, you have nothing. Okay, thanks for the feedback. I'm not sure what that means. Feel free to expand. I'm gonna do my third set. Let's see if I can hit 9 again and get close. Whew. All right, I got 9 reps. I'm feeling a little bit of strain in my neck, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I do not want to re-injure myself. I can feel my neck trying to strain as I get those extra sets. I'm gonna have to calm down just a little bit. Let me write down my reps for my record, and then I'll respond to some of these comments while I'm waiting. I think we've got Chris says, get 10 proper pull-ups. You melt. What is a melt? Excuses. Hey, Chris, I'd love to be able to get 10 again. Back before my broken freaking neck and my surgery, I could get 15, no problem. But now I can't. Okay, you break your neck, you pinch the nerve, muscles fall asleep. As much as I'd like to just rep them out, I would do it, but I can't, is what it is. He says, excuses, you're a melt. What is a melt? Is that a new word that I'm not familiar with? Listen, you're talking to a 40-year-old man. My kids say I'm a boomer. If you're going to use some of these like terms, you're going to have to fill me in on what they mean, because I don't know what a melt is. See, riding, all right. I got to get ready for the kids training. Hopefully one day the GM of the people can make an appearance at kids. Hey, that'd be fun. You need to send me over when you guys do that in the time frame. You know, where you guys do that, that's a pretty far track from where I live, but maybe I can make something happen. Good luck. Be careful. Chris says excuses. Yeah, well, you know what they say about excuses and rear ends. Everybody's got one. I guess those are mine. So I'm going to take a little bit longer of a rest. I can feel the neck straining as I'm trying to do these. And I want to just be careful. I do not want to end up re-injured and start all this over again. Okay, Chris says it's a UK term. Means you can't do S. Yeah, okay. I guess I can't. Thanks, man. Listen, I don't understand the motivation or the purpose. It's like just trying to get on here and make people feel bad about themselves. You got the wrong guy. You'll have to go find someone else to do that. I don't give a rip. I have a feeling if I'm walking around the UK, you ain't saying that to my face. So you little brave keyboard warrior, go find someone else to talk to, okay? Otherwise, just keep it going. I'm ignoring your messages now. Let's go ahead and try another set. All right, I'm gonna stop there. I felt something that did not feel normal on my right side, and I do not want to end up back on the sideline. So I'm just gonna stop there with those. It's not worth the risk. I'll start tackling those again here in another day or two. And now I'm gonna move on to some rear delt work with the cable machine. If you have not already hit the like button. Yeah, two is funny, yeah. Fight Elimination said hi. I'm just gonna work on some rear delt work instead. some rhomboid work. I do not want to end up re-injured. I just feel something there. And ego lifting is a quick way to get hurt, so I'm not planning on doing that. We're going to have this live go for probably about another 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. So if you have any questions, have any feedback, anything, feel free to ask it now before we end this for the day. And then fight, you said you can call me Carlos. Carlos, how's it going, Carlos? Thanks for jumping on. I don't know if you saw the rest of this. What we're doing here is we're working on some pulling exercises. Purpose of that, broke my neck 70-something days ago. I'm rehabbing back to where I was, trying to rebuild some atrophied muscles, trying to wake up some of them that are just sleeping on me. And so what you're watching here is I got to test out a new toy that I bought yesterday. It's a multi-grip Olympic barbell. That was cool. That was fun. I like that. And then I went on to my pulling exercises, which is really the purpose of being in this session. I hit a pull-up for the first time in several months now since my injury, so that was cool. I was just doing some Australian pull-ups on the fourth set. Yeah, fourth set. I started to feel something a little tight in the right side, which is where the injury was prominently occurring. So I decided to bail on that, and now I'm just going to work on some rear delt rhomboid work. Let's see. Carlos says, nice. Thanks, man. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, Chris. I don't think you know what you're talking about on this one. Appreciate the feedback, though. This is not something you want to push. That's how you end up getting hurt again. There's a difference between pain from just the muscle being tired and fatigued versus pain from like something going wrong. And having had to go through surgery just 2.5 months ago for the neck injury, I'm familiar with the difference. Carlos says, hey bro, where you from? Hey, I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Been in this area all my life. Lived about 45 minutes south of Fort Worth. Grew up there, and then now I live right here in Fort Worth. So right now, I'm doing these face pulls, and I'm really focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades together, get some rhomboid action. And I've just got 20 pounds on the cable machine here. 6. I'll be quiet for a second so I can count. It's hard to count and talk at the same time. Nice burn. Nice burn there. I like that. Where are you from, Carlos? If you haven't hit the like button, please do. That helps me out. All right, 15 reps on the face pull. That was good. I'm gonna bump up a little bit. Put an extra 5 pounds on there. Gradual is the key here when it comes to recovery, especially with the serious injury I had. It's not something I want to screw around with. Go too heavy too quick, end up right back in the hospital. Carlos, you're from the UK. Hey, cool. Thanks for jumping on, man. Hey, what's it like there right now? So over here in Dallas, we're at about 50 degrees weather. It's been relatively warm so far this winter. I think we've gone below freezing, just 1 degree below freezing one time, but it's been relatively comfortable every day. In fact, Christmas time, we were walking around the neighborhood with short sleeve shirts on and shorts. So I'm curious what it feels like there in the UK. All right, so now I got 25 pounds on the cable machine, 15 reps off 20 pounds last time. See if I can pull out this time. Yeah, dang, yeah, it was comfortable. What's it like where you're at? Yeah, starting to feel the burn. I'm on 10 right now. I can feel the burn in my rhomboids. It's 11. I can feel it in my rear delts. 12, that's a good burn. See, this is the kind of pain or discomfort that you want to feel. It's making those micro tears in your muscle. You need that to happen in order for them to rebuild bigger and stronger. That's the kind of pain you're looking for. Any sharp, intense pains, that's not what you want. See, Chris, you say it's cold at the minute. How cold would you say it is? We talking like below freezing? Hey, that 15 pounds, that 25 pounds, 15 reps, given the injury and everything, felt really good. So I think I'm going to keep that weight. I'm just going to cut down the rest time. So let me get my stopwatch going here. Give myself another 20 seconds here, and then we'll get right back at it. High. Again. Okay, high. Good. Good. All right, let's see. Kevin says you have a really hot look. Well, I think my wife would agree. At least she tells me that. And either it's true, or she's been lying to me for a lot of years. I know all about injuries. I was in Afghan, had a catastrophic injury. I know about it. Hey, tell me about it. What happened? What's your injury? Okay. That was a question for Chris. You said you're an Afghan. You had a catastrophic injury. What happened? 3. I'd love to read it. About to shut down this live for the day. I'll try to shoot your question over before we're done here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm feeling that burn. Ooh, that's good. 11, 12, 13, 14. Feeling that burn. Let's try to get one more. 15. That's good. All right. 15 reps. Feel good with that. Now, while I'm taking a rest between this very last set and then we're done, at least with the live, I'm going to keep going afterwards, hit some more pulling exercises. Chris, man, I don't know what you went through, man, with your injury, but I'm sorry you went through it. Injuries are not fun. They're scary, traumatic. I mean, you even used the word traumatic, so that's accurate. And it's hard. Getting on here, trolling people, telling them why they are no good or suck or whatever. You got more to do with your life than that. You know what it's like to go through a hard time. This world is hard enough all by itself, much less to have, people in the corner telling you why you're not good at anything, or you need to do better, or why you're terrible. Like not everybody's built to take that stuff. In this case, I don't care, but I'm good, man. Hey, I saw your apologies. I appreciate that. Apology accepted. You're forgiven. The good thing is I've got tough skin. I've gone through a hard life myself, and I'm used to having, people have negative things to say. And after I'm a 40-year-old man, I've gotten to the point where I really only care what what people think who love me. And so, you can throw it at me all day long. I'll be fine. Just be careful, man, because there's people out there, you tell them stuff like that, and it will crush them. Like, it just ruins their world. They think about it. They ruminate on it for days and days and weeks and weeks. And, you just don't want to make life harder for people. So I appreciate that. Accept your apology, man. We're good. Don't worry about it. I hope to have you on some more lives later. If you've got that experience, you've gone through injuries, give me some feedback. If there's something that maybe I can try, I'm open to it. I just want to make sure I'm safe about it because, as you know, recovering's tough. Let's see, you also said 2012 in Helmand, I was in infantry, IED, lost my left lower leg, Still trying to, oh man. Yeah, you know, that's a hard life, man. I'm sorry you went through that. Keep it together, man. You know, find yourself the benefit in life, the good things in life to motivate you to focus on those. You got enough hard stuff going on in your life. You don't want to make life harder for others, and you certainly don't want them doing that for you. You know, you're the kind of guy, if I saw someone messing with you, knowing what you went through, I'd be the guy in your corner saying, hey, don't mess with this guy. Okay, I'd have your back. Let's try to have some other people's back, but we're good. And you're a sub now. Hey, that's cool, Chris. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, I got one more set I'm gonna do of these face pulls. I'm gonna try to hit 15 again. I'm feeling the burn on these though. Also got Modi says, I love you. Okay, thank you. All friend like, thank you. All friend, all YouTuber, I love you. Okay, thanks for the love. I appreciate it. We're going to do this last one, and then we're done for the live. I appreciate everybody who's jumped on. Guys, I just recently started doing lives. There's one about a week and a half ago. I wasn't sure what to expect. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it. But honestly, I kind of do. You know, I've got my own little private gym here. That's 3. That's 4. I got my own little private gym here, which is nice because I don't have to share the equipment. I don't have to worry about people getting in the way. But this is like being at the gym, having a community, while having every available piece of workout equipment ready for me. I don't have to worry about waiting to rotate in, but I also still have that community, so it's kind of cool. I think I'm on 9. I'm going to quiet down now because I want to make sure I get this right. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ah, there's the burn. Let's get one more. Ah, there it is. Ah, that was good. That was good. Love that. All right, we got Lino. Says, hi, you were stupid, bro. Okay, whatever, Lino. I mean, I don't know why you waste your time. Like, you got so many things you could do with your life besides getting on here, telling some random guy he looks stupid, but whatever, man. I'll tell you what. I guarantee if you walked up to my front door, rang the doorbell, and I opened it, and I looked in your eyeballs, guarantee you wouldn't say that. So enjoy it all you can. We got your keyboard, okay? All right, Chris, a good exercise for your injury is lying on the bench at 45 degs whilst raising small dumbbells behind your neck. You know, that's one that early on the doc said to stay away from, but I haven't asked my PT. I do have another session scheduled for Monday. I'm going to ask about that one because I do feel like that could be really helpful, but I know anything overhead, given where the neck injury occurred, was kind of warned to stay away from. But the last time I was given that warning was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, so maybe that's changed. So yeah, I'm going to note that one down, talk to the PT about it. I appreciate the feedback. Guys, that's it. If you have not hit the like button, please do. I appreciate all the comments. Anybody who subscribed during this live, super grateful. I'm having fun doing this. Please watch the shorts that I've made. I do daily updates. I think we're on day 71 today. I'll send that out soon. Excuse me. And then if you see any long form videos, we got some funny stuff on there. I enjoy making that. You can also see some of the wrestling stuff. I did pro wrestling for a long time, so you can also catch me there. But thank you guys for jumping on. Please, keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep loving, keep all that stuff. But thank you. This is a good time. Take care, everyone.